Yo, what's up everyone, Zyga here with SPG Sobeys Gaming. Today we're going to break into these tweets. We're tweeting today, we're checking out the Instagrams, we're checking out everything, we're seeing what's going on with Mr. Ye himself, Mr. Kanye. And, first I wasn't really going to talk about this, but it's getting to the point where I do want to say something. Because, there's so many videos already talking about the topic already, and a very good video to check out is Fantano, and definitely check that out after this video, because what I'm going to say is not what he's saying in his video. And but for context, Kanye has still been tweeting this whole time, and people are calling it a meltdown, people are calling it a crash out, people are saying many things about it. And this is not the first time that Kanye has gone to a social media platform and said a whole bunch of stuff. He's gotten suspended before, banned, whatever, on these platforms for saying some really crazy, outlandish type of stuff. And I believe he's bipolar, I think, and but that does not excuse the stuff that he's saying. He's talking about being, you see what he's talking about, and you guys get the gist of what he's talking about. But the reason why I wanted to make this video is that, of course, he's saying a lot of stuff that is just polarizing, just really grabbing people's attention, just saying some shocking, terrible, awful things about a lot of different things, talking about women, talking about his wife. I mean, we just saw his wife at the Grammys. We saw too much of his wife, and a lot of people were saying, is he controlling her? Is he forcing her to do these types of things? Me personally, I feel like you shouldn't you should definitely respect your woman and definitely lift her up and treat her like a queen for sure. But having her out like that, fully like that in the public, just completely nude like that is that's not what you should do as a good husband, a good boyfriend, person, significant other to your lady. And regardless if that's what she wants or not, then you have to think about it. It's just public decency at a point. If you're together alone or whatever to yourself, then yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Or even if you're on your big mansion and you got tons of privacy, then sure, be outside with it. But in public spaces where children may be watching these events with their family, of course they're not going to show that on TV, but definitely he's making a statement. But with all this, these are all planned moves. And honestly, he's coming out with a new album. Bully. And I believe that this is all kind of tied into that promotion for an album. Every time there's a big, as people say, the meltdown and stuff, melting it down, there's an album that's on the horizon. Now, this Bully album, why is it called Bully? People, I think Kanye West, he's gone through some very dark times in his past, and dealing with loss and everything. And I think he's definitely felt the industry turn against him, and felt a lot of pushback, and a lot of people not agreeing with him in the past. And one thing I will say about Kanye is that I don't agree with everything he says, but he does speak some truth to he kind of speaks in ways that are very just unfiltered, completely not the politically correct way of saying things. And he says some truth to things, like how there's gatekeeping in the industry, how there's different things that are disadvantages that you deal with in the industry and such. And but he's just putting it out there in a crazy, just brash way, and to one, get people's attention. And at the end of the day, he feels like he is untouchable. He went through this whole phase of becoming a Christian, or being a Christian. He was supposedly grew up as a Christian, and then he had a huge phase where he was just deep into it, which was great. And I saw his performance at Coachella, and that was great seeing that. But then he went into a darkness kind of, where he was where he was he is the only religion. He was calling himself all kinds of just grand things he was saying about himself. And he always had a big ego. I mean, he literally has a song called Ego, and with Beyonce, I believe. And so this is nothing new, but I think what all this is that he said some things in the past. People painted him into like this like crazy type of person, like when he interrupted Taylor Swift and such, created all this controversy and stuff. And with that, he's just been riding the train of like, all right, people just hate me now. He would just want to, say that I crash out or whatever. So I'm just going to just lean into it and just keep doing it. And just to prove people wrong, now he's, on this whole thing about even supporting P. Diddy now with everything that's going on. Now, everything with P. Diddy is alleged right now, but at the same thing, he knows that it's not a popular thing to do, but he's going against the grain right here. He's trying to spark some controversy, people talking about him, and more people that are talking about him, the more album, potential recognition he's getting. And I think this whole Twitter thing, as we're speaking right now, there's still more tweets that are going on, and I'm not going to put them on the screen because for one, there's so many tweets. And go check out Fantano's videos for just an idea. But he's basically speaking about controlling his woman. He's speaking about just industry standards and just a whole bunch of just really out there things. I mean, so much so that even Twitter themselves are saying that this violates our policy of hate speech and this and that. But Twitter is run by Elon Musk, and he basically allows it. He allows it. So even though it violates the hate speech, he still allows it. It's just like hidden. It's hidden in the algorithm on the site. So that's interesting. That's really something I would like to hear your thoughts on in the comments below, if anything. Is like, should Twitter step in and censor Kanye West or censor these type of things that he's saying, some of these racial things that he's saying? Do you think Twitter should come in and stop, suspend him or whatever? And just I know there's free speech, and Twitter, I guess, sees itself as like the real world, and you have free speech in the real world here in the US. And so they just say, okay, we're gonna limit you, but we won't delete you. Like we won't unalive you for what you're saying. And I use that as an extreme way. In Twitter sense, it's like we won't delete your profile. But yeah, this is crazy. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this whole situation with Kanye and everything. Do you guys, where do you stand with what he is saying out here? With all that being said, is Kanye's career actually over? That's what everyone's saying right now. You can see a lot of videos saying that. And the truth is that it's not. He's actually still going to outperform. He's still going to sell a lot of records. I mean, granted, Vultures 2 did not do that well, and as much as the first one. But to be honest, Vultures 2 really was not a great album. It had one song that was amazing. It was probably one of the best songs of last year, Slide. Slide was great. I mean, you can't produce a better song. And crazy that it didn't even get nominated. To my knowledge, I don't even think it got nominated at all. Not that song at least. But I say all that to say that Kanye has done these like meltdowns or these different things that have caused all this controversy, and he's lost brand deals and things like that. But at the end of the day, he's Kanye, and he put himself in this place, and his fans put him in this place where he is like, in a way, he's a forever celebrity. He's always going to be a celebrity. He's always going to be a big force in the industry. And he's like Will Smith. I mean, Will Smith was just at the Grammys. And so he was just on stage. And this is right after the slap and everything. He's still out there, still a big figure in entertainment. He's just beyond famous. Same with Kanye West. And Kanye makes great music. At the end of the day, people follow him for his music. They could care less about what he says. He says lots of crazy things, and Kanye knows this. He knows that he can keep saying crazy things, get people's attention, and then he makes some great music, and then people just keep listening to the music. And it's a rinse and repeat cycle. People are saying that his career's done, whatever. No, he's got a lot more to do. People are still going to support him. People we're still going to go out and hear the music and everything, which just shows you, you know, how the world is and how we consume this type of from certain figures. We still consume their art and everything. One person in particular that's hard to hear the music the same is you know, Puffy's music. And yeah, every song that comes on now hits a little different, especially the lyrics. If you listen to the lyrics are saying things. And but outside that, I think Kanye is still gonna be a huge artist. And do I agree with what he's saying? All the stuff he's saying, is beyond out of this world. And it is just to promote his new album. This is all to promote his new album. Do you really even buy into what he's saying? Like me, what he's saying is crazy. It's crazy stuff he's mentioning. But would you do you take it at face value? Do you really think that this is what he thinks? Or do you feel like he is playing into the persona of being this bully for his new album? And I think the new album's called Bully because everyone's painted him as that over the years, and he's just leaned into it heavy. And now he's leaning into this heavy for this album. You know, like my personal take is that, you know, he has Northwest, and you know, the children are looking and they're seeing what's going on. And you know, should you be doing and saying all these types of things even to promote an album? But you know, these kids are at an impressionable age where you don't want to set anything too crazy for them to see and grow up in. So it's a really delicate balance, and I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Zyg, I just want to touch base on this, that I feel like he's definitely trolling. I feel like he's definitely promoting his new album. I feel like it's unnecessary. He's already a billionaire, so he doesn't really need to go through such lengths. But I feel like his mission is to not fall off. You know, his mission is always to just keep maintaining a level of relevancy by saying the most controversial things to keep him in the algorithm, keep people talking about him. And I mean, I just saw on Instagram he posted his wife completely showing everything just a few days ago, and he takes it down real quick. Even though it was up for a few hours, you know, everyone was talking about it. It made all the news and everything. So he does all these little things here and there to stay relevant in the news. But no, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this. I thought it was interesting to touch base on it. I think he's definitely trolling, but yeah, it's terrible to troll in such ways that can hurt people. I mean, even though you're promoting your album, you have to look at it from the side of people on the receiving end of all this, and they're like, you know, this is crazy. But no, let me know, Zyga here. More videos coming soon on a lot of different topics. We're talking about a lot of stuff that's going on in the industry, yo. Some fun stuff, some cool stuff, a lot of good stuff coming for movies, video games, and a lot more. See you guys next time. Peace.